Hi friends, I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys a little bit real quick before I start this speed coloring and kind of tutorial. Just saying hi to you guys and letting you guys know that I'm going to do a voiceover on this video. Right now I'm just kind of, excuse me, getting over a sore throat. So I want to kind of rest my voice while I color and focus on more of the stuff, and then I will come back and talk to you guys more in detail on exactly the steps and the colors that I'm using for this coloring. I probably won't finish all of this in like a big giant tutorial, but I will talk to you guys about different elements of the pieces, like how I color the leaves, or more of this centerpiece, like the flower bits. But I want you guys to kind of sit back and enjoy, and hope you guys like this video. I will be talking to you guys in the voiceover, like I said, with a little bit more in-depth kind of step-by-step of how I'm doing stuff. And then I'll show you the final piece when I am done. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. So future me here. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about the technique that I used for this little part of the green piece. And then going forward, I will be doing more videos on the different elements of this coloring piece for the next couple videos. So stay tuned and you can see how I colored more of this piece. But in no specific order, I used leaf green in the Faber Castells, that is 112. I used permanent green, and that is 266. I used permanent green olive, 167, and emerald green at 163, and phthalo green, at 161. So, and then I used a light green at 171. And for that part, yeah, that's all the greens I used for this part. I mostly stuck with the medium, a light, and a dark. And those are kind of how I like to do things. I like to have a darker color at one end, and then that's how I blend. And so I'll do a layer of that, and you'll see how I go back and forth, and I kind of did this really neat gradient where I did from the dark color to the light, because I wanted the light to be at the center of this kind of leaf and then get darker when it kind of curved around, and have the darks on the edges of where it kind of touched another leaf, and the lighter end at the bottom where it doesn't touch any other leaf. And then my favorite thing to do is I'll be putting a clip in. It's going to start in the next like couple seconds, that I use the Winsor&Newton White Spirit. And I love using that with a blending stump. And you don't need a lot. You need just kind of lightly dip, and you'll see where I dip right here. I just kind of dip in, get a little bit on the tip, and then I wipe it on my hand or on a piece of paper towel if you don't want to wipe it on your hand. That's just kind of my go-to thing. And then I kind of use that to blend out, and it helps meld or join the colors together and have more of a seamless look instead of that kind of textured colored pencil look. If you're going for that, go for it. If you don't want to do this step, you can leave this step out. It's just something that I have always enjoyed doing, and enjoyed kind of using Faber Castells in this way, because I really like that clean look of what you can get with these like this. Do note that if you are going to layer, you want to make sure that you give yourself some time between the white spirit and when you add more color, like more colored pencils. I kind of rushed this part. I started adding when I knew that it was not dry enough, because what it does is that the white spirit is still mixed with the color, so it kind of makes it harder to layer, because it really kind of quickly dissolves the tip of your colored pencil, so you can't get I don't find I get as much pigment through my colored pencils onto the paper, because it makes them too soft, and it doesn't allow the kind of interaction that I like, being able to kind of get the graininess of the page. But overall, this is the kind of technique that I used for most of this coloring. And I love using colored pencils like this. This is kind of like what allows me to kind of zone out and get a little bit more deeper into thought and think about and kind of relax through a piece. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to be doing just kind of layering and showing you this in real time so that you guys can get a feel of how I like to color and how I like to blend my stuff. Most of the time, I like to take the first little element that I'm going to be using the white spirit on, and I use it and I blend it out, and I kind of get a feel of, yeah, that's the technique I want to use for this. I don't really have like one of those things where it's kind of like, it's weird. When I sit down to color, I tend to kind of play around with the first little elements that I'm coloring, and then I go, yeah, that's the technique I'm going to use, because when I sit down, it tends to be more of, oh, okay, I'm going to color this piece. These are the colors I'm going to use. How are these colors going to play around with each other? And then I kind of get into it. I do one little element, I blend it out, and I see, yeah, that's it. Or, no, I want to change it a little bit. So throughout the process, I kind of build up and get into that like artist zone or the artist mind or the colorist mind. And I tend to kind of relax. It takes me a few minutes to kind of get into that melding of kind of, yeah, this is what I'm doing. I know it sounds really kind of like meditational, but it is my meditation. I started doing if I can speak today, I started doing adult coloring when I was more in my adulthood, to get away from a stressful situation, to get away from taking time for myself. This is my way of taking time and kind of taking a break from life, taking a break from social media. I like to color, and I like to do that because I had, well, to be honest, about 4 years ago when I started this channel, or 3 years ago when I started this channel, I went through a period of time that I had a friend. I thought I had a friend who decided not to be as friend as I thought they were, and started bullying me, and I didn't appreciate it. So I decided I did not need negativity and toxic people in my life, so I cut that person out of my life. And what resulted in that was me kind of jumping back into my love for art and my love for coloring. And I wanted something that would take my mind off of that situation and take my mind away from social media. So I started coloring, and I started getting into the Angie Grace coloring books, and that helped. And so for me now, as I move past that toxic relationship that has been kind of a constant in my life, that I have moved past that, and I've started doing more things. So back to my original point. My point was, this is my meditation, and it does take me a few minutes to get into the groove of being in a coloring meditation mode. And so if you ever watch some of my videos, you'll notice that halfway through the process of me coloring, I tend to change up the style, or I tend to change the flow. I start getting in this faster rhythm. I start getting into this rhythm of, yeah, this is comfortable. This is how I want to proceed forward and go from there. And it's not, adult coloring, there's no, I always have to reiterate that there is no right or wrong or bad way to color. Pick up a pencil, pick up a pen, pick up a color line art. You can download some free Angie Grace line art. I know that some other artists have on YouTube have free coloring pages or coloring pages if you want to get them for a couple dollars, or go to Michael's. Michael's has a ton of coloring books that are fantastic. They have the Joanna Basford books. There's so many books out there that if you're not into like the mandalas or the mandrels, I am more of a mandrel person. I like that kind of flow and rhythm of a round kind of circle kind of pattern. You know, that's your, if you want to do more landscapes, you want to do more realism, there are photo books that are black and white, grayscale photo books that have images that you can color and get the use of doing more hand coloring of photos. And if you really want to, you can go in and take one of your pictures and turn it into black and white, have a local Photoshop print it on matte paper, and you want it to be matte because you want the texture, because the glossy is too glossy. You want to do matte paper, and you can take your colored pencils and color right on top of that black and white image, and you can get that old time hand colored feel of like what people used to do for black and white images. And it's fantastic. I used to work as a master lab tech at a photo lab, 1 hour photo lab for 10 years. And that I did that in my 20s, and I enjoyed every minute of it. But my one thing was, it was really fun to be able to take an image and have me turn it into black and white, and then go in and have it printed on. You can do a 3.5 by 5, a 3 by 5, or you can do a 4 by 6, or you can do a 5 by 7 image, and you can just sit down and color that. And that might be something that I'll do. I can go through some of my old photos and see if I have anything that we can color, and I can show you that technique if you guys are interested. I will put a poll up in the corner. So yeah, we'll get that, and maybe we'll check it out. I'll put a poll up in the corner right about now. So thanks for watching, guys. I just wanted to kind of show you in real time on how I like to do my colored pencil work, and move forward on that, because I haven't done one in a really, really long time, and it just, for me, I wanted to go back and show you guys how over the years I have progressed, and the style of how I like to do things, and my approach, and why I approach things in the way I do. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. And if you do, please hit the like button down below, and if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, please hit the bell icon so you guys get notified every time I post a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Oh, quick note, this is going to be part 1 of my Faber Castell coloring kind of tips and tricks on how I like to do things. So I should have another video up very, very soon, probably in the next couple days. So check that out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.